A syllabus or a specification is a document that communicates information about a specific course and define expectation and responsibilities. It is a general, narrow in scope than a curriculum. A syllabus may be sent out by an examination board or prepared by a tutor who teaches or controls the courses. Let's get basis into a BHMS how to study during your graduation course. During this course, when you enter in BHMS degree or a bachelor degree, you have to be very clear about your syllabus. Yes, I'm talking about Bachelor of Homeopathic Medicines and Surgery. What is it? Let's get started to know better. So, a Bachelor of Homeopathic Medicines and Surgery is an academic degree course at a bachelor levels covering knowledge regarding the homeopathic medical system. The duration of this course generally varies from 4 to 5 years and also bears internship facilities of 1 year. Candidates seeking admissions for this course need to sit for an entrance exam such as NEET and other state level examination. Also, before sitting for the entrance exams, or a candidate need to meet certain eligibility prescribed by the government authorities. This criteria generally varies college-wise, but the basic norms for all the candidates will pursue the course in scoring at least 50% aggregate marks in 10th or 12th examinations. Also, candidates should be 17 years of age at a time of admission. So I have posted one video of BHMS as a career. You can click on the I button on the top right corner to know the full update how you can make career in homeopathy. So starting with the first year, you have to understand what you have to study, what you have to prepare for your exams, what is your syllabus, what is the books and the subjects to study, and how you can prepare for the examination. So starting with your syllabus, there are basically almost 12 subjects mainly for your entire BHMS, and extra subjects that you have to study are different, like orthopedics, pediatrics, ophthalmology, microbiology, embryology, and others too. So in first year, there are 5 subjects to study, but you have to appear in exams only for 3 subjects. What are these? These subjects are like anatomy, physiology, pharmacy, materia medica, and organon. So only anatomy, physiology, and homeopathic pharmacy is the only subjects you have to prepare for your exams. But don't feel free for materia medica and organon. You have to study the basis of these 2 subjects. Yeah, that's true. You don't have to give your exams, but you have to study that what is materia medica, what is organon, the sources, and why it is so important in homeopathy. So other things that you can understood by these 2 subjects. Talking about anatomy, anatomy is the branch of medical science which deals with the structural development of living organism. Let's get into the syllabus. There are 4 parts that you can understand your syllabus. So I'm talking about the main sub syllabus that has been given by the government authorities, CCRH. So these are the syllabus, and I'm talking about these subjects, and I'm also providing you the PDF of this syllabus in the link below, or in the description. Okay, so let's get into the syllabus. There are 4 parts you can understand your syllabus. First is general. In this, you have to understand the system of your body, muscular structure. You can also understand the planes of the body, location, these all things. So there are also modern concept of cell and its component, cell division, types, and other significance like tissue or genetics. So next we have the second part, development anatomy. So development anatomy is also known as the embryology. So in this, you have to understand the spermatogenesis, oogenesis, formation of germ layer, development of embryogenic disc, placenta, development of abdominal organs, cardiovascular system, nervous system, respiratory system, body cavities, and urogenital system. These all developments you have to understand in embryology. Next we have histology. So histology, also known as a microscopic anatomy or a microanatomy. In this, it is the branch of biology which studies the microscopic anatomy of the biological tissues or cells. So you have to study this also. So lastly, we have our main part, that is a regional anatomy. In this, you have to understand the head, neck, face or brain, the thoracic part, abdomen part, upper limb and lower extremities, or upper limb or lower limb, special senses. Each of these, what I tell you, you have to understand these small topics that are osteology, the bone structure, syndesmology, the joint study, and mycology, study of fungi under microbiology, neurology, nervous system, splanchnology, study of viscera and organs, surface anatomy, applied anatomy, and radiographic anatomy. So moving forward, what we have to understand in our practicals, or how you have to focus on your practical exams also. So first thing, you have to understand the dissection of the whole human body, demonstration of dissected parts. Second, identification of histological slides or related to the tissue and organs. Third thing, you have to understand the students shall maintain practical and clinical journals and a dissection card. So here I wanted to tell you that many of you won't find cadavers in your colleges and you can't dissect, but you can, if you won't find, but you can try reaching out the hospitals that carry cadavers, or they try to teach cadaver knowledge and the visceral knowledge. So but you can do, and you can also watch on YouTube channel also. There are many of YouTube channels, like you can see on their pages also. So what I did in my first year, when I was in my first year, I attended the live demonstration of cadavers in the government hospital near to my hometown. So and watch the lots of videos to understand it. And lastly, your supervision and your passion towards subjects is very important. So next we have the examination part. Lastly, we have our examination part. In this, you have to understand your theory part, your practical part, and the marks that whole examination will cover. Okay, so first thing is that examination. In your theory, there are two parts in paper 1 and paper 2. So in theory, you have to understand the paper written in anatomy shall be of two papers, as I told you. And there is paper 1, in which you have to understand the general anatomy. You have to cover all these things. Second, head, face and neck, central nervous system, upper extremities, and embryology. So these topic has to be covered in your first paper. Second paper is that the thorax, abdomen, pelvis, lower limb, and histology. So lastly, there is a how you can understand what are the marks can be obtained or focused on. There are the practical includes viva voc, and the oral examination should have the marks of 200. There is a distribution of marks and the marks obtained. These are the things you have to understand. The distribution of marks, first you can see that the knowledge of dissected part is of 20, and the visceral part, it has 20 marks. The bones and the bony identification is of 20 marks. The surface anatomy is 10 marks. The spotting includes radiology and histology is of 20 marks. So last thing is that I think maintenance of the practical records and journals and dissected cards is of 10, and your viva voc is of 100. So you have to understand your practical is of 200 marks, and these are the distribution you can. Talking about some books, what you can study in this anatomy subject is what I find, and what other courses or other medical colleges used the books of anatomy is BD Chaurasia, Human Anatomy. So this is the best of the academics, and it is valuable for studying anatomy. So the best part and the feature of this book is it is the most detailed book to study anatomy. Second thing is that it is suitable for students of medicine. That is to say that human anatomy is one of the most important subjects in medical college, or being as a doctor. So third thing is that it is indifferent and unique, because this book contains all the little insight that is necessary for students for understanding the human body in an effective manner. So lastly, it has the vast portion of covered, and it covers small topics very clearly and very in a detailed manner. So there are 3 volumes of this book and 1 handbook that you have to study with BD Chaurasia. So volume 1 has the upper limb and thorax. It comprises the highly detailed and well-versed chapters on the bones of upper limb, as well as the pectoral regions, scapular regions, the forearm, and the anatomy of hand joints, or upper limbs, and so on. So most importantly, the book contained detailed informations of wall of thorax and the thoracic cavity or the pleural or the pericardium and the heart. Because these reasons, the book became one of the most source of knowledge for medical students during studying of human anatomy. Talking about volume 2 of this book, Human Anatomy of BHMS, here, it has lower limb and abdomen and pelvis. It comprises the highly detailed of well-versed chapters on the lower limb, abdominal viscera and abdominal cavity, or the detailed part of pelvis region. Okay. Lastly, we have the volume 3, that is to say it covers the head, neck, brain, and where you can study and detailed and the deeper knowledge of head inside and outside, muscles of neck and muscles of face, and many more detailed points you have to cover. So lastly, there is a handbook of general anatomy where you can understand the general things of anatomy. It thoroughly introduces the students to basis of human anatomy and anatomical terminology along with various structures which conclude or which constitutes the human body, and the system in the body is their general knowledge. As we are talking about the book, second book where I found it's very important is the Atlas of Grace Anatomy and the Grace Anatomy. This is so very important book, and you can use it with a referential book, and you can find it in your library also, and you can buy it. So that's it. I have told you the syllabus of anatomy, and the next video I will be posting the syllabus and the books related to physiology. So let's do some quick work. First thing you have to do, if you are new, just subscribe to my channel here and press the bell icon for never missing my videos, and share to your friends. I will be posting videos about health, homeopathic treatment, homeopathic medicines, and most importantly to guide our new budding homeopaths. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy.